Major news broke last night for the Spider-Man cinematic universe. Sony Pictures announced that the studio is now in active development of 2 new Spider-Man spin-off films. The first will be a Venom movie to be written by the writing teams of Alex Kurtzman and Robert Orci, along with Jeff Pinkner with Kurtzman to direct, and a Sinister Six movie to be written and most likely directed by Drew Goddard, who recently wrote and directed Cabin in the Woods. Along with Ed Solomon, Kurtzman, Orci, Pinkner, and Goddard, with producers Avi Arad and Matt Tolmach, have formed what Sony is calling their Brain Trust to oversee and expand the Spider-Man cinematic universe. John, what do you think of all this?
Ambitious. This is Now, we talked a few weeks ago that it looked like Sony wanted to get into the cinematic universe game, right? Fox has got their X-Men and Fantastic Four cinematic universe. Marvel's obviously got their Avengers cinematic universe. They wanted in on this game. And we speculate. We're like, okay, so what do they do? Do they Black Cat? Do they whatever? I mean, maybe a Venom as a dark hero kind of thing, but they probably won't want to do... It looks like they're doing straight-up villain movies, which we have not seen yet. So this is actually a pretty creative step. And I got to tell you, I love the team they have on this. I'm a big fan of Kurtzman and Orci. They've turned in a couple of stinkers, yes, but I also really like what they've done for a lot of their other projects. Kurtzman is actually, to me, I think he's turning into a really nice little director at the same time. Goddard, Cabin in the Woods. A lot of people make the mistake, whenever you mention Cabin in the Woods, people think, oh yeah, that movie Joss Whedon directed. Joss Whedon didn't direct Cabin in the Woods. He wrote it with Goddard, but then Goddard directed it. And Goddard's also a really good writer in his own right. He wrote World War Z. He did the rewrites on the scripts for that. He wrote the script for Robopocalypse, which was supposed to be the next Steven Spielberg film, but that's got canned. So it looks like Goddard's going to do the Sinister Six movie. This is really, once again, I'm going to go back to that word. This is ambitious. Because now they got Spider-Man 2 and 3 already on the books, and they've already announced they're going to do 4. They're going to have a Venom standalone, a Sinister Six stand. What on earth is a Sinister Six standalone going to be? How do you do a Sinister Six film? I don't know. But I got to tell you, if Sony's purpose in putting out this press release at like midnight last night was to pique our interest, I'm peaked. I'm completely peaked. You know what? Bravo, Sony. This is something we haven't seen yet before, and this is really cool. Maybe it'll suck, but I applaud you for being willing to step out of the comic book movie comfort zone and do something like this. I'm really curious to see how this turns out. What do you think, Shep, when you saw this?
Well, I think we were all expecting Venom, but to see a Sinister Six as a title for a movie and know that it's the Spider-Man Sinister Six is weird. It's straight up weird to me. It's like, I mean, I don't think it's not I think it's a cool idea. I mean, it took me a minute to be like, so wait, Spider-Man's not going to be in it? We don't know that. Maybe Spider-Man is going to be in it, but maybe it's more going to be around the origins of the Sinister Six.
Right.
I kind of doubt it's going to be about the Sinister Six banding together like the Expendables to take on a bigger villain.
Yeah, no, I don't see that happening.
I don't know, but then you have, you have Cabin in the Woods, like, the closet full of like 6,000 monsters. He can obviously deal with a lot of different kinds of villains. So, I don't know. I mean, it's weird to me. I'm gonna have to see which Sinister Six is it the Sinister Six that they're developing through the Spider-Man franchise?
It seems like
it seems like it's gonna be those guys. Is it going to be this original lineup? Is Mysterio going to be in there? Sandman? Are they going to go with the superior Spider-Man where Doc Ock becomes Spider-Man and then the Sinister Six are fighting a version of Doc Ock? I think that might be too weird.
I think that'd be going a little
But
bit
I mean,
too
Marvel
far.
now is like, they've got all these villain comic books going on right now where they're really like highlighting the villains as the main characters. In all of the different franchises of Marvel's characters, they have villain spin-offs. So this is kind of an interesting turn for them to do this. It also makes sense because they don't have the wide variety of characters that Marvel or DC has. They have Spider-Man in his Rogues Gallery, so they're trying to milk everything for what it's worth. I hope they're going to milk it right,
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They have less to work with, but it looks like they're trying to make the most out of what they got.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, if this works, and like I said, I don't know that this is going to be good. This might be terrible, but I really applaud the effort that they're putting in because if this works, if they're able to do a Sinister Six movie and really make it work, you're looking at a whole new sub-genre of the comic book things where you're going to start to see Marvel putting out villain movies. You're going to see a Loki standalone film. You're going to see a Red Skull standalone film. If this all works, you're going to see, well, they've already kind of done a Magneto standalone film in many ways, but you're going to see Fox do comic book villain films. If this works, I think everybody's going to be sitting back and watching very closely and with a lot of interest to see how this turns out, because this could change the landscape of comic book movies.
Sure.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news, and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.